Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Guye B, and you're tuning in to Guye B TV. So this one is more for the ladies. I wanted to kind of talk about feeling unpretty in a society that makes us feel as if our complexion is not good enough, or our weight is too much or too little, or we don't fit a certain stereotype, or we don't fit a certain look. I want to talk about that because I feel like a lot of times, and I guess I'll be super transparent. This last few months, when I first moved to Lincoln, I really was just going through so much that I wasn't eating healthy. And I put on a lot of weight. And when I say a lot of weight, it's my definition of a lot of weight. It may not be a lot to somebody else, but it was for me. And it was really uncomfortable, and I couldn't fit into anything. This is the first time in my life that I've ever felt heavy and just disgusting. Like, I just was not happy with myself. I didn't even know how to go about it, honestly. I wasn't used to being that much as far as like weight, that I didn't even know how to act in general. So for a while, because I felt unpretty, I acted like I was unpretty. I wasn't going out so much. I was just super negative about something that would fit on me or something that didn't fit on me. It was just unhealthy in general, especially for me. I'm 5'2". My average weight is supposed to be around 120 to 137, and obviously that's not my ideal weight, and that's not what I do weigh. But at the time that I weighed so much, I really did feel unpretty, and I kind of let it get to me, you know. The little things that I love to do. I think YouTube, I really stayed away from, because I'm like, oh my god, my face is so fat, and like, you know, we know ourselves. So because I felt like I was so fat, and like, who's gonna like me, and just not even who's gonna like me, just like, god, I've never been this much, I've never weighed this much, like, I don't know how to react, like, is this normal or whatever, you know. I just really didn't know how to comprehend it in general. And so I just started hiding. Like, I wouldn't FaceTime, I never Snapchat, I didn't post pictures on Instagram, because I just felt super insecure and super bad in general. And I had gone home to my parents' house, and we were taking family pictures, and my dad was like, what are you eating in Lincoln? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. And you know, since I was already big, I was like, why not just keep eating? Like, why stop now since I'm already heavy? And that was the attitude I had towards it. And my dad was like, you really need to change your eating habits. And it wasn't even from like a hateful, it was from a loving place, you know? No one's gonna tell you the truth more than your parents. And so my dad's like, maybe you really need to just check what it is that you're eating and be careful. So came back to Lincoln. I started eating a lot better, and I cut out a lot of calories and a lot of fat food and some bread and just sweets, all those little things that like I was like consuming my body with, like a lot of unhealthy fats. I know there's good fat, but like I was not doing that. And so I started eating a lot better, and within like a few days I really started seeing the results. I'm like, oh my god, my face is a lot skinnier. And any girl knows, when you lose weight, there's the dress test or the jeans test. I had the dress test, and I put on this dress that I had bought maybe at the beginning of this year, and it fit so much better, and I was just like, oh my god, I didn't lose weight. Like, I was super, super excited about it. But like, in that moment, I really had to learn, like, wow, I struggled, you know, with feeling really unpretty. And unpretty doesn't mean beauty. It honestly just means like your overall health, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your weight, how you feel about where you're at in life. Sometimes that can make you feel a lot unpretty. Sometimes your brain and how you think about yourself and other things can make you feel super unpretty. And so I really had to get a grasp of it, and it took my parents really saying like, hey, maybe you need to cut out some things, you know. And since then, I've been working on it. Honestly, I feel better. My face is a lot slimmer. If you watch my my ethnicity tag, my face looks so round. And when I spoke, I literally could not. It's funny to even say, like, I could not speak without like breathing in between. So it was like, I would say something that's like, and then, but, and it was like, my body was preparing to be like a whale. And I'm not saying whale in a bad way, because, you know, not all big people are unhealthy, and not all skinny people are healthy either. So for my body frame and my body type itself, it was not prepared to be that huge, but my body was preparing for it, because I had to feel like I had to think and breathe between a few words, and it was really bad. But this video is for anyone in their life right now who may feel unpretty, who may not feel good enough, who may feel down about maybe their weight, or maybe how they look, or maybe how they feel about themselves in general. I just have to say one thing: you are perfect the way you are. And I'm not saying that if you feel like you're at an unhealthy weight, stay that way. I'm just saying, love yourself at the place you're at. Because I started to love myself at the place I was at, I began to lose the weight, because I loved me then, and I appreciated me as a whole. You know, I didn't put myself down, I didn't talk bad to myself, or I just didn't compare myself to other people. And because I had a better mindset about where I was at then, I had a more optimistic idea about where I'm going, which is back to my normal size. I'm like about 137, 130 pounds average generally. So if you're at a weight that you feel like is not for you, or you feel like you have a certain weight goal, then I say you go ahead, take it day by day. Find out what works for you, and don't compare yourself to other people, because the moment you start comparing is the moment you just lose. Because you're not looking at your own lane, you're not paying attention to your own lane, you're not staying in your own lane, you're focused on what the other person is doing. And that's the last thing you need to do when you really want to work on yourself, become a better you, and really feel a lot more pretty. So I would say really just hone on who you are, love yourself at that moment, and make a goal, make realistic goals. And if you don't hit it by the time you think you will, it's okay, as long as you're making progress. Slow progress is better than no progress. And stop staring at the scale so much. I feel like I spent so much time looking at the scale and not worrying about like the inches that I was losing. Because even my roommates, my friends, like, oh my god, you seem a lot skinnier, your stomach is a lot flatter, or it seems like you lost a lot of inches from here and there. And the scale may tell me a lot different, but the inches you lose make a lot more difference than the pounds. You know, it comes with that, but just take your time, be patient. If you're feeling unpretty, as far as maybe you don't like something on your face, your nose is too big, you feel like you have big ears. For me, a huge insecurity of mine when I was younger was my nose. This nose right here. Hold on. This nose right here. I hated my nose, you guys. You have no idea. I literally can't even explain to you guys. Because I hated my nose, I did not feel beautiful at all. Like, I hated my nose, and I just felt like whenever people were talking to me, it's like, oh my gosh, you're staring at my nose right now. I can't believe it. It's so gross, and my nose is so big. And I have like I think it's like a mole. It's grown on my nose. It has been on my nose since I was like a little kid, so it wasn't anything new, but I just hated it. And the older I got, the more I learned to accept it, because honestly, you have one life, you have one face. What you do with that face is gonna mean a lot. Either you're gonna accept yourself and love yourself for who you are and focus on the other things you love about yourself, or you're gonna let that one imperfection ruin it for you for the rest of your life. And I decided not to let my nose take over me, and I decided to love my nose for what it was. And I'm okay with that. Yes, I have a big nose, but that's not a bad thing. That doesn't make me ugly. That doesn't make me unlovable. That doesn't make me hideous. You know, like, you just have to love yourself for where you are, what you have. God gave you these things for a reason, and he wouldn't have given them to you if he didn't think they were of any use. And so I don't know, I really thought I'd just come and talk to you guys about that, because oftentimes people see us YouTubers, or people who seem to just be going for the gold, and like, you know, we're invincible, we're not insecure, we're so confident. But it took a lot of time, and it took a lot, and it was a long journey to get to where I am today. Not saying I absolutely love everything about myself, but I've learned to love my imperfections for what they are. And if I can't change them, then hey, you gotta love them. So just work hard on that. Tell yourself, you know what, I'm beautiful. Look yourself in the mirror and tell you like yourself, because I've had times where I couldn't even look in the mirror because I just felt like, oh my God, I'm just so ugly. And not to be in a superficial way, but deep down, like, I was super insecure, and I really felt it. I felt it, and I told myself it, and I believed it. And boy, is that a lie. Like, I don't have to be beautiful to everyone, but I know that I'm beautiful to me. And I know that God made me who I am for a reason. And there's gonna be one person out there who's gonna love me for all that I am, and all that I have, and all that I don't have. So I just really have to appreciate that. And also having an amazing mom and dad who always remind us to be ourselves and remind us how special we are day to day made it a lot easier. And I know a lot of people don't all have that support system, and if you don't, I'm here for you. Honestly, positive affirmation, just being surrounded with people who are positive, being surrounded by people who love you, being surrounded by people who encourage you, makes it all the better. You may not feel better right away, but as time goes on, when you surround yourself with positivity, you become that positive person, and you become that light for others also. So I just wanted to talk to anyone who's not feeling good or not feeling amazing about themselves, to know that it's okay. God loves you. Love yourself where you're at, and just work on yourself, because honestly, we're all individually made, and we're all beautifully made. And know that you are good enough. You are more than enough. Just because a certain clique or a certain club or just anything does not accept you, or thinks that they have a better candidate, does not mean that you are disqualified, or that means that you're unqualified. It just means, hey, there is maybe a better opportunity or a different opportunity for you. So just love yourself where you're at. Surround yourself with good people. Set a goal. Stick to that goal. Execute it. And everything will work out. And if you ever feel like you need to talk, I'm here for you. Make sure you go ahead and follow me on Snapchat. And if you feel like you have any other questions about that, you can Snapchat me, you can email me, you can tweet me, you can Facebook me. I have all the social medias. You can go ahead and follow my Snapchat. I will put the link right over here. And then I put all my Twitter handles throughout this video. If you haven't caught it, make sure you check the description box below. I have them on there also. Thank you for watching. I love you guys, and see you in my next video. If you really like this video and these kind of topics, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. What was your favorite thing? What did you not love about yourself then that you love about yourself now? Let me know. Bye, guys. When you have a stack of note cards or a stack of papers, you might not have a stapler. Please. I got them from Target for $1. Came